Good morning, Miss. My name is Ching. I'm start my presentation now. Today, I will talk about the cultural environment. Cultural environment refers to the values and attitudes, language, religions, social structure, and communication. The cultural environment plays an important role in shaping an individual's attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors and expectations of others. It can also influence the way individuals and organizations operate in a given society, including business practices, communication styles, and the way people form relationships. The cultural environment is an important consideration for business and organizations operating in different regions and for individuals working in different social contexts. Social structure refers to the way a society is organized into different levels, each with its own set of rules, responsibilities, and expectations. It includes formal and informal structures, such as family structures, economic system, political system, and social classes. In a social structure, individual occupy different positions or rules according to their gender, age, education, occupations, and social status. These rules are often interdependent and connected through a network of social relationships such as family relationship, friendship, and professional relationship. Understanding social structure is important for analyzing social inequality and social change and for understanding how individuals and groups interact in society. So the first country I chose was Singapore. Singapore is a sovereign Islam city state and one of the most developed countries in South Asia. Located at the southern tips of Malaysia, Singapore's social structure is influenced by a combination of traditional Asian values and modern Western values. The people I interviewed was my friends from Game. His name is Jason Lee. He is from Singapore. He told me a lot about the social structure of his country. So the first, he tell me that Singapore is home of several ethnic communities, including Chinese, Malays, Indians, and Eurasians. These communities have their own cultural practice, language, and religion, but they usually consist peacefully and integrate into the largest Singaporean society. The government promotes racial harmony and social cohesion through racial integration policies and various harmony funds. And the next, he tell me that his country attach a great importance to education and has a world-renowned education system. The system is merit-based and competitive, with students often going through rigorous tests and exams. Most students attend public school, but there are also private and international schools that cater to expatriated families. Last, he also tell me Singapore society is generally stratified according to income, education level, and occupation. Although the government has implemented policies to reduce income inequality and provide social welfare support to low-income families, there are clear differences between rich and poor. So in general, Singapore is a multicultural society with emphasis on education, economy development, and social harmony. The second country I chose was China, officially known as the People's Republic of China. It's a country located in East Asia. It is the world's most populous country with more than 1.5 billion people. China has a rich history and culture with writing history dating back to more than 5,000 years ago. So the person I interviewed was my cousin. She name is Jinati. She is mixed Malaysians and China descent. She now lives in China. She left China have 10 years ago. First, she tells me that China has 56 ethnic groups. Demographically, China is dominated by Han nationality, accounting for more than 19% of the population. They have less than 10% of ethnic minorities, including Tibetans, Uyghurs, Mongolians, and others. The government has implemented policies to promote solidarity and cultural diversity among their group, but they were also concerned about human rights violations against certain minority groups. Next, she also told me that China society have divided into four main classes. The first is schooler. The schooler class was considered the most prestigious because it was educated and held positions in government. The second is farmers. The farmers classes is the largest because agriculture is the backbone of the economy. And the second and last is artisans and merchants. The artisans class included skilled craftsmen, while the merchant class was considered of lower status because they were seen as profiting from a labor of others. In modern China, due to economic reforms and urbanizations, the social structure has undergone great change. Now there is a middle class, and the middle class is growing rapidly because of the economic growth of the country. The middle class is made up to professional, entrepreneur, and managers. However, China still has a strict wealth gap with many rural areas and low-income urban areas in poverty. And the last, she also tell me that China government has also implemented policies to promote social mobility and reduce inequality, such as the hukou system, a household registration system that restricts access to public service based on place of birth. Efforts were also made to improve education and healthcare, which were key factors in social mobility. So here is the Singapore and China difference between Malaysia. I found that the living environments in both Singapore and China is very depressing. According to all the information I will collect, they need to start feeling stresses about school from an early age. Their parents want their children to be smarter than others, so they start to control their children's time and space. I think this idea is wrong. They completely ignore what their children really want. For example, parents think their children will be happy if they get a full marks in an exam, but the truth is the only parents are happy So compared to Singapore and China, Malaysia has a more laid-back living environment. The pace of life in Malaysia is slow, while the pace of life in Singapore and China is fast. Most parents in Malaysia do not pressure their children. They let their children learn what they like because they feel that if they let their children develop in the direction they like, then they will achieve great success in the direction. So in conclusion, I think parents need to communicate with their children, determine what kind of things their children are interested in, what kind of talents they have, and then let them develop in that direction. Parents should not assume that the direction their children are talking is wrong. You should believe that all roads lead to Rome. So thank you for listening my presentations. Have a nice day.